Yeah, some days I feel unfazed, like when I'm with my friends with a cup raised. Come Monday, I got a gun raised, suicidal do or die until hump day. Then I go right back at it like an automatic. More drinks, more songs, more beats to rap. I need a shrink, I'm gone, more time keeps passing. No watch, no thoughts at all, just a hat, new era. Rep my P's and those O's, need the Phillies with the orange and black to feel home. From Citizens Bank back to Camden Yards, it's a tale of two cities, and trust we go hard. Trust we go hard, yes we go hard. You said we go hard, I said we go hard. Rockin' my Bob Cousy, stocking up on the loose. The lyrics come easy, but the life is a doozy. And yes, I'm choosy, and no, I won't settle, but I still take pop off over that kettle, cause I'm talking bigger picture. And yes, I'm gonna hit you with the
Us Australians know that there's no better feeling than sitting back and doing nothing while you get someone else to do stuff for you. And thanks to all these new apps like Uber Eats, DoorDash, Menulog, and Deliveroo, you can sit back and do nothing while someone else prepares and delivers a meal to your doorstep for the small price of 5 times what it would cost for you to just walk into the store and buy it yourself. But at the end of the day, the exorbitant price is worth it, because there's no better feeling than sitting on the couch on a rainy day and ordering a behemoth feast from Macca's on Uber Eats and making some pork ride a push bike 10 kilometers in the pissing rain just for you to report that your order never arrived, so that the bloke that just rode his push bike to your house while dodging lightning strikes now not only has to deal with pneumonia but also is banned from Uber Eats. Now you may be thinking, Lord Hunt, what on earth would you know about being a food delivery driver? Well, the answer to that question is more than you'd think. You see, a couple years ago, after I got banned from Uber Eats for fraud because apparently this wasn't my real ID, for a couple months I delivered food for DoorDash. So if there was anyone that could be an expert in all things food delivery, it would have to be your boy. So in today's video, we'll be going through all the important parts of food delivery, such as push bike riders ending up on the Westgate Bridge. We'll explore the real reason why your food always arrives as if it's been through a tumble dryer, and of course we'll go through the many pros and cons of doing this job. Anyway, that's enough waffle, let's get into it. One of the most important parts of food delivery is push bike riders ending up on roads that they shouldn't be riding on. Now every town and city across the world has their own specific road, and in Melbourne, Australia, where I'm from, our most notorious one has to be the Westgate Bridge. Every now and then some footage pops up on the news of a food delivery driver on a push bike riding across the Westgate Bridge. Now while this is extremely dangerous, the problem with it is that you can't just turn around and go back the other way. So if you are one of these food delivery drivers on a push bike who is unfortunate enough to make it onto the Westgate Bridge, your only real option is to pin it and hope for the best. Now you may be wondering how so many end up on the Westgate Bridge in the first place, and the answer to that is simple. Google Maps. You see, most of these companies don't pay by the hour, but by the delivery. And when you're only earning $6 per delivery and trying to cram as many as you can within the hour, it's easy to forget that you forgot to put your Google Maps in bike mode. As you can see here, I'm getting directions from Gooch Street in Prahran to the prestigious town of Tittybong. As you can see in this screenshot here, in car mode it utilises the Westgate Bridge, but in bike mode the journey from Gooch Street to Tittybong steers well clear of the Westgate Bridge. Anyway, that's enough about Gooch Street and the Westgate Bridge, because as you'd know, if you've ever ordered food off something like Uber Eats, DoorDash or Deliveroo, 90% of the time when your food arrives, it looks like it's just lost a fight with a whippersnipper. But how come this is always the case? Well, if you've been listening carefully, you'll be able to answer this question already. You see, most of us Australians get paid by the hour, which means you stretch your work as long as you can so that you get more hours in. But when you get paid by the completion of a task, you have to try and get as many tasks done in the least amount of time. Now, what I remember from my long and extensive DoorDash career is that you earn anywhere from about $6 to $12 per delivery. So if you can get 1,000 deliveries done per hour, that's $6,000 to $12,000 an hour. Now, my vehicle of choice for the DoorDash deliveries was a manual Hyundai Getz, and if you've ever driven a manual Hyundai Getz, you'll know that it's up there with the AU Falcon as one of the fastest cars available on the market. Now, luckily for me, the Hyundai Getz had something called a seatbelt, which meant that my orders could be fastened down securely while I took corners at 80 kilometers an hour and jumped speed bumps. But unfortunately, the majority of these delivery drivers use either a push bike or a motorcycle. And while these vehicles are actually easier to get more deliveries done per hour, simply due to the fact that they fit down more shortcuts and it's easier to run red lights with them, unfortunately there's not many options to keep your order secure. So unlike the Hyundai Getz, which you can hit speed bumps in at 60 k's an hour and not spill a drop, when these bike riders go full Casey Stoner and jump these speed bumps like it's the Nitro Circus, the odds are your order's gonna be completely f***ed. But you see, this doesn't matter to the driver, because due to the epidemic of false Uber Eats order refunds, the chances are you won't even get your money back. And if you do, the driver still gets paid anyway, which is exactly why the prices are so astronomically high. Being a food delivery driver has many downsides, including bad pay with no benefits, getting abused by the general public or the customer that you're delivering to, getting robbed by the public or the customer that you're delivering to, having to ride a push bike in the pissing rain and then getting abused when you arrive because the food's completely the chance that you may accidentally end up halfway down a still wet concrete driveway, and the odd chance that you may be killed while delivering a $5 Domino's pizza to some idiot. But you see, it's not all doom and gloom, because while there are many cons, there are also many pros. The first of which being that you can work whatever hours you want. You could spend like 45 minutes of your day and do 3 deliveries, put it on a 45-leg Hail Mary and turn it into $1 billion. Or you can work 24 hours a day, rotating between different delivery services, bypassing the legal limit of hours that you can work per day and making a killing. But by far the greatest perk of this job has to be the free food. When you pick up someone's order, there's usually a little receipt on the outside of the bag telling you exactly what they ordered. And you see, it's always a win-win situation, because if you're ever hungry, you just fire up the app and start taking orders, and if it's something disgusting like a vegan burger, you deliver it and move on to the next one. Now what you do is repeat this process until you see something that you can't resist. Then you go into the app, report that your car has broken down, and head on home with it. Now for the record, I don't condone this behaviour, and yes, I am banned on 2 delivery services, but obviously that was for fraud, not stealing orders. But one of my fondest food delivery memories of all time was this one time I was at my friend's house. We ordered a HSP and a kebab, and after waiting about an hour for this food to arrive, we watched on the little tracker that they give you as our delivery driver, HSP and kebab disappeared over the horizon. Now obviously this video is just pure waffle and I'm running out of things to talk about, so on that note it's time to end. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment and share if you'd like to hear more teachings from the Prophet of Yorak Hunt. And of course, if you enjoyed this video so much that you watched it all the way till the end, make sure to comment to let me know.